Taking a look at your homework, 13, 19, and 21. Let's see here. For number 13, problem was x plus y plus z is equal to 6. 2x minus y plus z is equal to negative 1. And 3x minus z is equal to negative 7. Number 19 says 3x minus 2y plus 4z is equal to 1. X plus y minus 2z is equal to 3. 2x minus 3y plus 6z is equal to 8. And number 21 says 3x plus 3y plus 5z is equal to 1. 3x plus 5y plus 9z is equal to 0. And 5x plus 9y plus 17z is equal to 0. Alright, so let's figure this out. Alright, so for our first one, it looks like the third doesn't have a y in it. So let's combine these first two equations. If we add those together, we'd get 3x plus 2z is equal to 5, combined with 3x minus z is equal to negative 7. If we multiply the bottom by negative 1, 3x plus 2z is equal to 5, negative 3x plus z is equal to 7. Combining those, we get 3z is equal to 12. So z would be 4. If z is 4, we could plug it in here. Get 3x minus 4 is equal to negative 7, and we get 3x is equal to negative 3, so x is negative 1. And we could plug those two into the very first equation. X plus y plus z is 6. So negative 1 plus y plus 4 is equal to 6. And 3, negative 1 and 4 is 3, so that would 6 minus 3 is 3. So the solution would be negative 1, comma 3, comma 4. For our second problem, it looks like we could easily eliminate the z's. So I'm going to multiply the bottom one by 2. We get 3x minus 2y plus 4z equals 1. 2x plus 2y minus 4z is equal to 6. So 5x, 5x is equal to 7. That's interesting. Well, if 5x is equal to 7, let me just make sure I did that right. X minus 2y plus 4z equals 1. 2x plus 2z minus 4z is equal to 6. Yeah, I did that right. Combining those, 5x. Yeah, I mean, that all looks good. So this would tell us that x is equal to 7/5. If x is 7/5, we could plug that in. So let's see, we have a few different options we could take. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with this, just to see what happens here. I'm going to multiply the top equation here, meaning the middle equation, by 3. And we get 3x plus 3y minus 6z is equal to 9. 2x minus 3y plus 6z is equal to 8. So combining those, we'd get 5x is equal to 17. So x would be 17 over 5. Well, that's a little bit weird because we're getting two different x values, and that can't possibly be true. So for number 19 on page 519, that would be no solution. Let me just double check with the answers here. All right, so on page 519, number 19, it is inconsistent. Because, I mean, you can't get two different x values if these are just lines, right? And by the way, just in case you didn't know how to graph this, we have an x-axis and a y-axis. The z-axis, imagine you had a pen coming out at the screen at you. That would be the z-axis. So, I mean, you could try to plot, you know, a three-dimensional shape, and I don't know if you could see it there, but you have a y-coordinate, you have an x-coordinate, and you have a z-coordinate, which would be right here. But that would be how you graph. So you clearly can't have two different x values. So this would be an inconsistent system. All right, and let's do our last problem. It looks like we could easily eliminate the x's. If I multiply its top equation by -1, we get 2y plus 4z is equal to -1. And then for these last two, I can multiply top equation by -5 and the bottom equation by 3. And that would be -15x minus 25y minus 45z is equal to 0. And 15x plus 27y, 17 times 3. It's 51. Give us 2y plus 6z is equal to 0. So we can multiply this bottom equation by -1. And we get 2y plus 4z is equal to -1. -2y minus 6z is equal to 0. So this would be -2z is equal to -1, or z would be 1/2. If z is 1/2, we could easily just plug it in here. We get 2y plus 6 times 1/2 is equal to 0. So 2y plus 3 is equal to 0. Y would be -3/2. And to figure out x, let's plug it into, see which one looks like the easiest. It doesn't really matter. I'll pick the second one here. 3x plus 5y plus 9z is equal to 0. So we get 3x plus 5 times -3/2 plus 9 times 1/2 is equal to 0. So 3x would equal, let's see, 5 times -3/2 plus 9 times 1/2. That comes out to be 3. So 3x would equal -3, and x would be -1. So the answer for this would be -1, comma, -3/2, comma, 1/2. All right, so stay tuned for today's lesson.